I can't believe I'm saying this, but we're getting ever closer to these characters getting their resurrection, with Campfire World being one round off of being resurrected, which is more than likely going to resume after the 1000-Year Blower anime has finished airing. And with the fact that we have the anime ongoing to give us more 1000-Year Blower resurrections, Masaki is next in line. We just had the Yama, Chojuro, and Izuru banner resurrect, and this type of banner came after them. So we can expect her resurrection. And the crazy thing is that she's not even 4 years old yet. And then you have Tokinada, who is going to become 5 years old by next month, which is pretty darn insane. And I'm not gonna lie, it feels very nostalgic to finally see these two characters get a resurrection, just because of the simple matter of fact that I wasn't even that popular on YouTube. I don't know how many subs I had. I think I had less than a K when Tokinada came out, and then when Masaki came, 3K, 4K, I don't even remember, bro. It's been such a long ass time. We're talking 4 to 5 years ago. So yeah, it's crazy, man. Let me know how you guys feel. So I figure I may as well make this video because in the coming days we will get a data download where they add the next batch of resurrections. More than likely going to be Masaki's banner. I don't expect Tokinada to get resurrected anytime soon until after the anime is finished airing. And just figured I may as well make a video talking about what the characters can get and just predict them. I just figure it may as well, you know, be a fun little video since we're kind of in a dry period until the resurrections come out. So let us go ahead and begin. Let's start off with Masaki directly, since she's the one that is very likely to get resurrected. Now, this character was a NAD King overall, and once she came out, she was just better than Tokinada just by having a higher bruiser and also had barriers with poise, meaning that this girl could not get staggered whatsoever. So let's just take a look at everything else. She has a normal attack damage soul trait of 20%, so we can already expect that we can get something really good out of the soul trait. We'll have to wait and see. Now, this character is still usable in Guild Quest. Now, I don't use this character anymore because I just run Holobankai Toshiro with the Quincy Killer Droplet Toshiro and an off-killer booster for more stats. But let's say the character does get booster, I'm gonna slap this character back on the team. And I don't think we even have an up-to-date booster for range no affiliation. I could be wrong, but anywho. Innate abilities. She has room to pick up one innate skill, but for now she has freeze resistance 100%. A bruiser of 80%, 50% berserker, flurry +1, enhancer, sprint +1, poise, guard break, hits hidden enemies 100%. That's it. Now, do keep in mind that unfortunately, with the way of how Caleb sets their resurrections, is that their skill caps are capped at 9. So more than likely, she's going to pick up one new skill and one new innate ability directly, unless they decide to pretty much up the skill cap a bit further and give her a bit more stuff juiced into her character. Because the one thing I can definitely see being guaranteed on this character is multi-barrier. Just about every single character that provides barriers on their SA2 is pretty much guaranteed to get that as part of their skill set. So that's the first one that we're missing, but here's the problem. We're going to be capped at 9, meaning that some skills will pretty much have to be replaced for better skills. So in this case, I can see the likelihood of Berserker going away for booster if they don't want to up the skill cap. I'm gonna be honest, who here uses hybrid builds or builds up hybrid NAD characters anymore? Let me know in the comment section down below. I know it's gonna be difficult for the little few people that do that to see this character, you know, get less strong attack damage once you build her up. I do see booster being, you know, put in over strong attack damage of 50%. I'm just saying right now, at the end of the day, it's a NAD character. And then we'll just have some more upgrades. I don't see Flurry +1 getting changed into Flurry +2 or Flurry +1, Flurry +2 in Guild Quest. Either way, I can see this still being kept the same, but I do, however, see Bruiser getting buffed up from 60 to 80, so that way she'll have 100% Bruiser right across the bat. Innate ability, I can definitely see her picking up somewhere along the lines of normal attack damage at full stamp 20%, 30% even, and on the soul trait, we might get full stamina damage boost or normal attack damage at full stamina. But considering we just had the Cancer Node Yami give out 16% full stamina damage boost, I do see Thousand Year Blower's Soy Funds link being implemented into her soul trait. So that's what I'm thinking. Unless they want to up the skill cap even further. Now that I think about it, I haven't seen a booster as an innate ability, so they might actually do that for the first time ever. Like, she already has guard break and everything else. There's just nothing that I can see happening with this character. And hey, if they really want to make her mega OP, I don't know. They can just add guard break plus Pierce Iron Skin and just change this type of ability, but I don't see that happening, to be honest. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking Masaki is going to be getting. Now, Tokinada's Resurrection, like I said, I don't expect this guy to come anytime soon until after the Thousand Year Blower anime has finished airing. Maybe end of December, like how we had the first round of Campfire Road characters get their resurrections, or somewhere in between January, end of January. We'll just have to wait and see for that. By then, the anime will have finished airing. Anyway, Soul Trait, normal attack damage of 25%. Pretty much the same scenario that I'm thinking for this character. Either full stamina damage boost or normal attack damage inflicted at full stamina. He has no innate abilities, so there's already 2 more skills that he can pick up. Everything else, he has a 45% normal attack damage, 20 in the 6-star abilities, by the way. So yeah, 50% Berserker, Paralysis Immunity, Flurry +1, Enhancer, Sprinter +1, and Guard Break. That is all he has, which means there's actually 4 different types of abilities that this guy can pick up. Now, I don't expect this character to pick up Purity whatsoever, because once you transform, guess what? You're going to be proccing status summons with that Soul Bomb. And then, let's say you decide to use his attacks. He's also inflicting status summons on the SA1 and SA3, so we can immediately throw that out the window. I see his Bruiser getting insanely buffed. Like, that 45% might even go up to like 80%. So 20% Bruiser skill goes up to 60, and you'll be able to get it up to 85% overall. Innate abilities can be just about anything, even full stamina damage boost, or even dodge Soul Reaper enemy mobs, since he is a Soul Reaper killer. They can do something like that along the lines. But most importantly, on the 6-star abilities, I think he's pretty much guaranteed to pick up both Poise and Booster. There's nothing else I can really see this character getting besides those 2 skills and the Bruiser getting buffed up. And the good thing is, for those that enjoy hybrid characters, we don't need to see the Berserker getting swapped out for anything of that kind of sort. It can still happen. I'm just saying, we did just experience Ginenizu get his long reach replaced with Havoc, so it's a possibility. Now that I think about it, this actually leaves room for debate that both Masaki and Tokinada on the innate abilities can pick up long reach, no? We've been seeing a lot of ranged NAD characters pick that up as of recently, so it will be very interesting if this character does pick it up. Let me know how you guys think about this and what he is going to pick up, because that's what I'm expecting out of this character. But one thing's for sure, Booster should definitely be guaranteed, and we should easily be guaranteed to get Poise on this character. And now that I think about it, yeah, long reach is definitely the more likely guess on the innate ability, and maybe 20% more normal attack damage at full stam. So more multipliers on Tokinada, the better. But I do expect this resurrection to be pretty nasty. And that's what I'm expecting out of these NAD Kings. But hey, we're not done yet. We gotta talk about the SP characters that came alongside these characters right here. So let's just go over Masaki's banner real quick. For Masaki, we also had released alongside her Ruken and Ishin, and on Tokinada's banner, the remaining 2 Beyond Resurrection Espadas being Bagon and Halibo. So let's just go over the 1000 Year Blow ones real quick. Let's talk about Ruken, because I feel like he's the character that's going to get the least amount of upgrades, because of the simple fact of the matter that his kit isn't going to be good. Now, Soul Trait, strong attack reaches time of -14%. Now this one can be pretty much anything, but considering this character is a purity character, I don't want to say this, but it's more than likely that he is going to pick up 16% purity, even though we just had that with Lige. So I'm hoping to God that's not the case, and what I would like for him to pick up is either 16% full stamina damage boost. We don't have that for any type of power link, so it'd be in our favor to get this kind of thing, or better yet, for the first time ever, as a 14% link, 20% strong attack damage at full stamina. It can happen. We don't even have a second link for power, and power only has one, being Thousand Year Blow or Hime. Let that sink in. So, it can happen. We'll just have to wait and see. Okay, how many skills does Ruken have? Oh, he has no innate abilities. And how many skills do we have on him? Okay, this guy has 7 skills, so let's just go over this real quick. Alright? Innate abilities, what can we expect out of him? He already has Havoc, so I want to assume more damage and maybe stam recovery. I don't think there's gonna be much for him to pick up. Maybe even 50% damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment. The Berserker I do see getting buffed up from 60% to 80%. Normal attack damage is gonna stay the same. Devastation, nothing's gonna get changed. The Nullify range resistance, it's either going to get changed to Sharpshooter, meaning that he's going to have both Nullify range resistance and Guard Break, or they're just going to cuck him and give him Guard Break as a separate ability. Potentially even more 50% purity overall. We just don't know what to expect. Either way, we want this character to become a really good Link, just so that way we can make usage of him for our party units. There's not much that they can do to save this character because he has a Shotgun Blast on DSA 1. I think he had the what was it? I forget. That one attack that goddamn Arena Tsukishima had. I forgot the damn name, bro. But all you guys need to know is that attack has extremely high mags, but pushes back is extremely inconsistent, and some enemy mobs that are far away can live off of that attack. It's not that great, not that consistent. And then you have a full screen 1200 radius SA3, so I don't see this guy picking up much, if I'm being 100% honest. Excuse me if I'm not diving too much into this character. I just want this character to pick up a good soul trait, and that's it. The innate abilities can be pretty much anything, like, yeah, more damage, dodge, or something. I don't know, bro. Ishin, I do see him getting a pretty solid resurrection, unless they pretty much do a freaking tech Yamamoto. Let me just say that. Soul trait, funny enough, Speed does not have another link with strong attack recharge with full stam strong attack damage. So pretty much this is going to be Speed's third link if we do get it. We did just have a couple links with damage to burning enemies, so I see this character being the likely scenario to get that. And going further into his stuff, maybe another full stam link. It's just we have so many of those already with 12%. I don't think we're gonna get that, but then again, I could be wrong. I have to be honest. Or it might be another damage to burning enemies soul trait. Okay, he already has 2 innate abilities, so that's not good. He's not picking up anything else from this one. What about the 6-star abilities? Okay, Ishin's not looking good. He has already 8 skills, being Bruiser 20, Berserker 20, Devastation 40, increased speed, attribute captain, strong attack damage of 20%, havoc of 20%, frenzy +1, debilitator of +2 seconds on smurble. Yeah, okay, I can actually see this kind of scenario where they'll actually increase the skill cap to 10 for this type of banner in particular, and it'll at least give room for Masaki to pick up both multi-barrier and booster without having to replace any of the existing skills like I stated before. So what I see this character picking up is definitely going to be Guard Break and the SP boost. I feel like it's going to be mandatory at this point, and if it's not going to be the SP boost, it's going to be increased status element chance against all power enemies, but we'll have to wait and see. For that, I want more so the SP boost. The Berserker I do see getting buffed up nicely to like 40-50%. That's where I'm going to be predicting it. The Bruiser's going to remain unchanged, let's be honest here. This is going to remain the same, unfortunately. I've never seen this change into anything else. They might replace the Bruiser with something else like full stamina damage boost, but I could be very wrong about that. It's just, we'll have to wait and see for that, man. Like, Ishin's not looking good because there's nothing he can pick up on the innate abilities. He already has it stacked to the brim, so yeah, that's gonna suck. So yeah, let me know what you guys feel about Ishin. And even then, let's say this character does get cucked with his resurrection, at least we still have ourselves a really powerful mind character that is still good, fun to use, perfect for guild quests. Like, he's great. Okay, Now, let's go over the Beyond the Resurrection Espadas. Let's talk about Bagon the most, because I want him to get justice, bro. Bagon has not had any freaking justice with any of his characters since the Mind one. And once they did his Canton Road character, they just cuffed him. They absolutely cuffed him, because they did not even give him a full screen SA3. And he had a really small linear beam and, you know, vortex into pushback attack. And the skills. Yeah. 20% Berserker, 20% normal attack damage, Devastation 40, Last Ditch, Weaken Immunity, Frenzy +1, Debilitator of +5 seconds, and Sprinter +1. So, yeah. You can definitely at least pick up 2 innate skills, which is going to be really good. The crazy thing about this character is that he already has 8 skills, meaning that if the skill cap were to remain the same at 9, he's only going to pick up 1 new 6-star ability and 2 innate abilities. So at least there's something that we can expect out of him. So for the innate abilities, I already see Havoc and Guard Break being implemented for him directly. There's no way this character is not getting Havoc, especially since they have been doing a lot of premium resurrections where all of them are getting Havoc. So what's the likelihood of him not getting Havoc? It can happen. So let that sink in. And Guard Break, even though he's an Aronker killer, he's still range 1 at that, so just give him that directly. And then the 6-star abilities, look, just give him SP boost. I don't care, just give him that. I want this king to be done right. And then the Berserker, buff it up to 50%, 60, whatever, just make him good. Soul traits, alright, we already had damage to weaken enemies, just give him directly. If it's Ishin getting damage to burning enemies, give him, you know, 20% strong attack damage at full stam, or give him 16% full stamina damage boost. That's what I'm expecting out of this Bagon. Do not give this guy damage to weaken enemies. No, come on, don't do this to him. But yeah, that's what I'm expecting out of him. He can actually become a really solid character to have fun with, and will be our very first ever good Bagon in a very long time. He has not had any good characters since the Mind one. So, yeah. That's pretty much why. Alright, time for the Queen, Halibo. Okay. Soul Trait. Strong attack reaches time of -12%. Now, I do see this character picking up 16% Purity because she does not inflict any status ailments. So, it's more than likely going to happen. I'm just going to say that right now. Let's take a look at everything else. She has a Bruiser of 40%, 40% Berserker, Devastation 60%. Okay. Not too bad. What else? Freeze immunity, Havoc of 20%, Frenzy +1, Enhancer, and Sprinter. So this character already has 8 skills, so we're going to be applying the same logic that we did to Bagon. Now, unfortunately, this character is going to be guaranteed to be getting multi-barrier directly, okay? So that's going to happen since she does provide that. Booster, I do think it can happen. So let's say the skill cap were up to 10, with the 1,000-year blow resurrections that we're getting, I do see those 2 skills being guaranteed in the actual 6-star skills. Innate abilities, I do see the likes of Guard Break being implemented into her. She already has Havoc, so that problem is already gone. And then maybe 50% more damage to enemies non-inflicted by an ailment, so 50% Purity. Berserker might get up from 40 to 60%. We'll have to wait and see for that. And once again, I did speculate that her soul trait, she's going to pick that up. We don't have a tech link for that, so it's going to be more so in her favor for playability. And even then, this link would actually be really good for the new Halibo that we got earlier this year, where she is meant for farming super potions. So let that sink in. Let that sink in. But yeah, that's what I'm expecting out of Halibo overall. But yeah, let me know your predictions in the comment section down below. And yeah. Thank you guys for watching this video, and hope to see you guys all in the next one. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, that bell notification, and all that good stuff. This has been your boy, the Death Smasher, and I'm signing out, so take care, lads. Peace out. Bye. Sayonara. Ciao, ciao.